we go. The leg spinner to continue for his second over. Can he get better than his first one? Comes into bowl. And, ooh, goes for the quick single. And they're going to make it. One run there. So, comes into bowl. And, ooh, leg, knocked around on the leg side for one run there. So let's just figure this out, shall we? It's about 20 overs to go. Now, that sounds like a very difficult equation. 20 overs to go to get 5 wickets. Comes into bowl. And down the leg side, dot ball. It was a big full toss down the leg side, tried to play the slog sweep but missed it, and the keeper was able to, I think it hit the glove, and the keeper was able to stop it from going down to fine leg for runs. Comes into bowl. It's short, it's wide, it's driven, and it beats the gap, and the two fielders at cover and mid-off are chasing it, and they're going to pick it up, and they're going to get back to 2. So like I said, 5 wickets in 20 overs, which is that's a very difficult strike rate. Comes into bowl. And down the leg side, went for the sweep shot, straight to the short fine leg for a dot ball. That's 1 wicket every 20 something balls. Comes into bowl, and it's a very bad ball, and it's called legal. So end of an over. It's 99 for 5. So assuming that we get the full allotment of overs, they have to take a wicket every 4 overs to win this game, do Riverside. And that's assuming that we don't have play interrupted again with the rain, which is fast approaching, and you can see the clouds are building up more and more and more with every over. Now the sun is completely blocked, and now we just have dark clouds everywhere across the sky. Comes into bowl, and it's blocked. And so now the Riverside captain has to think of something new, has to think of some ideas. What is he going to come up with to win this game? Comes into bowl. And it's a full toss, driven straight to mid-on for a dot ball. The field is not particularly aggressive, just 2 attacking. And it's worked down the leg side, and the fielder at fine leg runs around for a single, and that brings up the 100 for Diamond Creek. They've put up yet another good fight after their good fight we saw last round to save the game, to save the outright game. Comes into bowl, and it's pulled. Ooh. I'm not sure what happened there. I think he pulled it into the keeper. So comes in the bowl, and ooh, it's a scoopy sort of drive there. Another dot ball there, fielded in the covers. Comes in the bowl, and it's pulled, and a wicket. And out of nowhere, a wicket. Riverside have looked for the last half an hour to be completely off their game, completely unsure of how they're going to actually win this game and take those wickets, and then they just seem to be going through the motions, not sure what to do, unclear about exactly what the next step is, and then suddenly they are gifted this wicket with the batsman essentially throwing his wicket away. Really, not playing that pull shot at all well, not getting into position to actually get underneath it or to get on top of it, neither to play it one way or the other, and in the end just hitting it, top edging it into the air for a wicket. So that is that's the next wicket to fall. So it is 100 for 6. And that of course is also the end of the over. So it is 100 for 6. And the captain of the Diamond Creek team has come out into the middle, comes into bowl and swept, and they're going to get a run, and the fielder at square leg sort of dawdles in. So the captain straight away is off the mark. Comes into bowl, and leg tries to play the hip glance, and it hits the keeper. So now the equation changes with about 20 overs to go, 4 wickets to get, which means 1 every 5 overs. Comes into bowl, and that didn't go anywhere. Dot ball. Yes, certainly this bowler is definitely getting his length and line right now. I'm not sure whether he's trying to bowl googlies or leggies, because they're coming out, they're going back in towards the right-handed batsman. So I would suggest that he's trying to bend his shoulder around to bowl googlies. Yeah, they're definitely googlies. And 1 run there, hit off the hip. A gentle hip nudge for 1 run. Comes into bowl and pulled down into the deep, and the fielder in the deep has to run around. It's 4 runs. So a good over for that young leggy, ruined not by a bad ball but by an excellent shot, which means it is 106 for 6. And it is starting to spit now. Comes into bowl and tries to play a leg glance, and it goes down to the square leg fielder for a dot ball. Yep, the rain is just starting to come down now. It looks like we're coming towards the end of the game with Riverside unable to force a win, despite their best efforts with the bat and ball. Comes into bowl, and it's cut, and it's misfield by the fielder at cover, and the fielder at point runs around for 1 run. So they're way behind the actual total in terms of runs for Diamond Creek to get a win, but 4 wickets in hand, it's still quite a margin. Oh, and no, they're not going to take a bye there. So if Diamond Creek were like 8 wickets down or 9 wickets down, this would be a tragedy for Riverside, but in the end they just aren't going to have enough overs to actually force this result. And left alone, spilled out from the keeper, and now the rain is coming much heavier. You can hear it now. Everything is getting wet once again. We're having a replay of what happened last week. Comes into bowl, and it's left alone, and the rain is pouring down now. It is a tragic scene to see cricket ending like this, but once again, 1 run off it. It is 107 for 6, and now it is getting really heavy. Will this shower pass and give us enough time to finish this game, or will it continue to pour down like it did last week, and it seems to be easing up a little. They're going to continue playing. It's not so heavy that they get forced off. Comes into bowl and leg glanced, and the fielder at mid-on will collect it in for 1 run. Comes into bowl, and it's a wild ball to wide. Can only imagine what type of equipment will be destroyed from Channel 8. Comes into bowl, and it's a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and it's driven proudly straight to mid-off for a dot ball, and the fielding team are giving the spin bowler much encouragement. He is bowling some very good balls here. And it's pulled, and it goes down into the deep, and no one is going to be able to stop that. No, wait, he does. And they just get the 2 there. So 2 runs. Comes into bowl, and it's pulled down the leg side, and the short fine leg can't stop it, and it goes down into the fence for 4. So once again, that one really ugly loose ball ruins an over. End of the over. So we're coming into the 42nd over now. We've still got another hour of scheduled play. So there is still officially enough time for Riverside to win this game, assuming that the weather keeps under control and they're actually able to get the full allotment of overs. And what's going on right now? One of the fielders had to leave the field of play, and now he is back. The rain is quite strong. It's not spitting, but it's not drizzle. It's somewhere in between those two. So we've got to change the bowling here at the river end. What do we got? We got a new bowler. No, wait, it's the opening bowler, I think. I believe it's the opening bowler to continue to bowl. Well, it's still an open-ended question as to what is going to be happening over the next little while. If the rain increases in intensity, they'll get called off. If not, they will see the rest of the day's play. And left alone. Obviously, Riverside want to try to force this result as much as they can. They will want the win here. Comes into bowl, and oh, it's a drive, it's an edge, and it goes through the third man region, and the fielder at gully collects it, chases after it for 1 run there. Comes into bowl, and it's pulled, and it goes over the head of the short fine leg fielder, and that's 4. So once again, having a fielder not on the fence at fine leg is costing you runs. With a short boundary, you just have the fielder on the fence. Just do it. Comes into bowl. And leg glanced, but straight to mid on for a dot ball. The rain is right now quite steady, not increasing or decreasing, so they can still play under this. Comes into bowl and left alone. It's 120 for 6. So we've got a change of bowling at the childcare centre end. Here we go, first ball. And it's cut, but fielded there in the covers for a dot ball. He runs up with quite a brisk action, but then his arms slow down and he releases the ball much slower than the way he was running, and it then ends up coming out as a medium ball. At least that's the first ball. Let's see what he does for the second ball. That ball's a little bit faster, but left alone for a dot ball. So the field, slip, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, square leg, and then fine leg is on the fence. And the rain is picking up intensity now. It is pouring down, and they've got to wonder whether they're going to continue to play. And they're going to continue to play. Try as best you can. Comes into bowl, and defended there for a dot ball. It's still a long way to go for a Riverside win. Still at least 70 minutes. And can they imagine playing through this weather for 70 minutes? Comes into bowl. And well driven off the back foot. Straight to mid-off for a dot ball. Comes into bowl and cut, and it beats the fielder at the extra cover region, and the fielder at mid-off runs around and they get the 1 run from it. And just changing the field. The fielder at backward point and cover, extra cover, have swapped around. And now extra cover is almost a third man. And it's cut. And the fielder at backward point, third man-ish sort of position, stops it. So the score is 121 for 6. In the Ashes test, the next wicket has fallen. It is 8 for 294. Australia's just a short while away. As he comes into bowl, and it's driven in the air, but they're unable to get underneath it, and it's a dot ball. Once again, the batsman unable to get on top of the ball to drive it, and instead trying sort of scoopy sort of shot in the air, but once again doesn't go to hand. Comes into bowl. And it's driven, that much is much more better. Got on top of it, bent his elbow a bit more, and so kept it down. And the rain is picking up intensity once again. So as I was saying, Australia are 8 for 294, so just a very small number of runs behind, with 2 wickets in hand. So we will keep you updated on what happens throughout the rest of the Channel 8 broadcast, however long that lasts. It might be over, it is over. Comes into bowl. And it's an inside edge, and it goes down to fine leg, and the fine leg fielder who's on the fence runs in and collects it, and they get 1 run from it. Now the rain is still not hard and not intense enough to force the play to end, so they're still going to keep going. The captain is on strike now. Comes into bowl. It's cut, and it gets straight to the fielder at a deep-ish point, and that gives them the opportunity to steal a run. The fielder was unable to collect it cleanly, so the score goes up to 123, though I don't think that matters much. Comes into bowl and defended off the back foot. This bowler is bowling reasonable medium fast balls. They're not enough to really... I don't know why the slip fielder is fielding so back. There is no way an edge will carry that far. Comes into bowl and left alone. Bounced a little bit more than expected, and the keeper caught it around his chest. So it's 123 for 6. So this is the 45th over. And of course they have brought out the beloved rag, a cherished icon of local cricket. While in international cricket the rag is most associated with, or the towel is most associated with Stuart McGill. Now we've got a wonderful towel, a rag sort of thing for keeping the ball nice and dry. And it gives it to the umpire for some reason. Comes into bowl. And it's down the leg side and it's worked. And the fine leg fielder comes around, throws it in. 1 run there. So, with about 14 overs to go. 80 runs to win. I mean, they could go for it if they wanted. I mean, it's not out of possibility for Diamond Creek, but considering they are 6 wickets down, comes into bowl and work down to the leg side, and they get a run. Very clever batting there. And now the captain back on strike. Comes into bowl. And cut! And it beats the fielder. It gets through the gap, and the fielder at extra cover has to run around, and they're going to get for the 2? No. And attempted run out. Miscommunication between the 2 batsmen. The blue helmet batsman really should have gotten himself into position where he could have gone for that second and risked going to the danger end, but he ran too slowly. And comes into bowl, and it's worked down the leg side, and they get another run. 4 singles from 4 balls this over. The run rate has certainly picked up over this past half an hour of play. With the ball completely wet, won't provide any assistance for the bowlers. Comes into bowl, and it's aggressively pulled, but straight to the square leg fielder. He has a dash at it, and it's going to be over throws. No, the batsmen are not in position to take over throws. So it's a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and it's pulled, and it's over the head of the fine leg fielder. Once again, the fine leg fielder should be on the fence all the time, all the time, all the time. 4 runs there. That should be the end of the over. Yes, it is. It's 131 for 6. Okay. Comes into bowl. And oh, it's a... What a strange ball. So it was short of a length. The batsman played another drive. He again did not get on top of the ball, instead scooped it in the air, about head height, straight back to the bowler. The bowler was able to get his right hand to it, and he got the bottom of his right hand, and the ball went down to ground, and it actually hit the stumps and removed one of the stumps, and so it was one of those appeals at the non-striker's end, but thankfully the captain was, Mr. Ramsey, was safe. So it was a dot ball. Comes into bowl and defended off the back foot, fielded there by a cover. Alright, comes into bowl. And again played well off the back foot. Another dot ball. And now the rain seems to have eased off. There's now no more droplets. The sound of the rain has gone. It's eased up, thank goodness. Looks like we're going to have a full day play of cricket. Comes into bowl. It's cut, and it goes through the gap in the cover region, and the fielder at extra cover has to run around and collect it, and they get one run there. Comes into bowl, and it's driven straight to the fielder at cover for a dot ball. This is a very good partnership. The score was 6 for 100, and now it is 6 for 132. Comes into bowl, and ooh, tries to play the cut shot, fumbled by the keeper. Dot ball. It's 132 for 6. Australia have lost their 9th wicket. I don't know the score yet, but they have lost their 9th wicket. Josh Hazlewood has just been dismissed, and so Nathan Lyon is coming out to the middle. We will keep you posted. Comes into bowl, and down the leg side, and it's glanced, and at fine leg the fielder picks it up, throws it in for 1 run. Wow, this is definitely the partnership to save the game for Diamond Creek. Facing oblivion at 6 for 100, they are now in a position to actually save this game and get some points out of it. It's going to be very well enjoyable. Comes into bowl and tried to play the cut shot but missed it. So with 3 losses to their name, Diamond Creek 2 have not got any points so far this season, and so these points will be very much enjoyed. Will be very much comes into bowl and played off the back foot sort of for a drive for a dot ball. He was a bit late to get into position there. He wasn't sure whether to play a back foot drive or a hip glance, and in the end he changed his mind at the last minute to play a back foot drive. Comes into bowl, and whoa dear, wild whoosh. That was just ugly. So it was pitched short of a length, about the top of off, and he stepped away to the leg side trying to play a wild pull shot, and in the end exposed all his stumps and went nowhere near the ball. Comes into bowl and left alone outside the off stump, thinking of cover driving it but letting it go. So the runs have come reasonably easy over the last half an hour. I wouldn't, no, maybe not easy, but without too much stress, too much pain. Comes into bowl, and well driven back to the bowler for a dot ball. It was just another tight over there for Riverside. The score is 133 for 6, and so it looks like they're gonna have the drinks break. Wow, it's been a while since of play. It's been quite a exciting session. So the next over will be the 48th over. So we've had 47 overs from Diamond Creek 2 so far, and then you add along the other 10 overs of the Riverside innings. It means that we've had about 58 overs of play, which means there are 10 overs to go. 10 overs to go of the match, and then we're heading off home, and hopefully somewhere nice and dry where these bad rains will not get us. Okay, so it's time to take a break now, and when we come back we are going to see the remainder of this match. This is Channel 8.